Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Today we have a Starcraft 2 balance patch update live October 28th, 2025. This ever so rudely happened during my replay analysis, so I was having to restart my game literally every replay because they were all in the old version. Let's go over it. Psionic Storm damage reduced from 140 to 110 over 6 seconds. The Terran players have whined enough once again, and we are back down to 18.3 DPS versus 23.3 DPS, which is a significant decrease. However, I do want to point out, and this is something I was pointing out to the Diamond Terran players earlier, if you are dying because you are standing in the storms, you will still die due to standing in the storms. You need to move out of the storms. You wouldn't go stand in a lightning storm in real life. Let's not do it in the game, okay? It is a good decrease. Stuff won't die as quickly. This also stops things like it won't kill a ghost now. It won't kill a marauder now. It just changes a whole bunch of unit interactions for what will or won't survive. Broodlord speed reduced from 2.62 to 2.42. This is... I don't know exactly why they're doing this, but I don't hate it. Slightly slower broods. Broods are meant to be a game ender anyways. They're not really meant to, like, they already suck at chasing things, so they're going to suck a little more at chasing things. So if you're going against a player who has more broodlords than you can handle, it is time to counterattack and counterattack a lot. That's what this means. Ghost HP increased from 100 to 125. This changes the interactions with banelings. This requires one additional baneling for them to die. If they do not die to disruptors anymore. They also don't die to storm anymore now after this change. So there's a lot of interactions changed with the ghost. This is nice. Going to take an additional Colossi shot as well. Should take 2 additional Stalker shots. Should take 2 additional Zealot swipes. Stuff like that. So Ghost gets more beefy. Very nice. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue with a Ghost skin variation not receiving the light tag or the reduction in supply costs. This was with the Nova skin specifically. She was still beefy as hell. She had a no light tag, plus she cost 3 supply for some reason, which you can only get the Nova skin 1 in every 100 ghosts you make. So, like, on average, it's 1 out of 100 chance. Fixed an issue where rich assimilator shield upgrades were not visible. Interesting. Rich assimilator. So like the purple gas, you just couldn't, they were not visible. That doesn't mean they weren't applicable, so interesting. Fixed an issue where guardian shield VFX would persist when picked up in a transport. Ah, that was so cool though. It looked so cool. Fixed an issue with visual inconsistency where fixed an issue with visual inconsistency issues with the Golden Age and whatever mothership skins, okay? Fixed an issue with Microbial Shroud tooltip, fixed an issue with the Observer tooltip, fixed an issue with the special effects for Storm stopped before the ability ended. Huh, so it would stop and then you would still take damage from it. Interesting. Reverted group cast for Caustic Spray. Okay, I have no idea. I'm assuming this means that they don't all cast at once, which is good. Fixed an issue where Time Warp was applying its speed reduction incorrectly. That's a good thing. Fixed an incorrect tooltip with centrifugal hooks. That's for banelings. Fixed incorrect tooltip with adaptive talons. Nice. This is good. They're fixing a bunch of like quality of life issues. Fixed an issue where consume would stop. Fixed an issue where consume would not stop even when Viper was full energy. That's good. This one is big. Consume ability will now stop when the building is no lower than 7.5 hit points. This means you can no longer kill your own buildings with consume. Let's go. Fixed the visual effects on EMP to be more readable. VFX to be more readable. Readable on visual effects. That's special effects. What is this? Visual effects? If I'm not... I don't know. If VFX being more readable. That doesn't make that much sense to me, but maybe that's just a brain issue. Fixed an issue with the Liberator tooltip. Nice. Fixed an issue with Broodling's attack speed. Also nice. So maybe the Broodlord gets like another bug fix, but is kind of a buff, just like the Broodling, the last patch where Broodlords get a lot better. Fixed an issue with loading and unloading out of transports. Very nice. So lots of quality of life changes. Ghost change, Ghost buff, Broodlord nerf, and Psionic Storm nerf. So, Terran players win again. Let's go. We'll see. Let's hopefully the new Storm was feeling a little strong. So let's see how it feels with this new variation. Let's give it more than a week of testing, guys, before we all come crying back. It'll be okay, I promise. You move out of the storm. They can only have so much storm, right? That's the goal. If you let them get to too much storm, like a lot of my favorite things seeing is like, okay, you make Marines, Marauders, and Medevacs from minute 3 onward, and then we never change out of it, right? Just like, why should you never have to change out of your army whenever your opponent is building unit counters, the strategic counter to your units, aka splash damage, right? So let's try to engage a little better, and we'll see how it goes. This is someone who plays all 3 races, so it's just like, I get the shit end of the stick as well as the fun end of the stick every single time, right? So it's just like, Storm was not that bad. It's going to be even less bad, like, it's going to be even easier to deal with now, so let's see how it goes. Hopefully this does change the way that the interactions work, and I think we'll be seeing a lot more ghosts. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please consider subscribing and make sure to check out Ladder Legends for the most interactive improvement community currently around. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!